Do you remember Phantom Orion? We all know this isn't the Beyblade you remember by this name. This version doesn't have the one thing that made Phantom special, the bearing drive performance tip. This is actually the Hasbro version of this legendary Beyblade, and we had to say one thing, they ruined it. But let's take a deep look into these parts. The face bolt depicts Orion, one of the 88 constellations. It is known as the Winter Constellation. In Greek mythology, Orion was a giant huntsman who died at the hands of Scorpio. Orion is burgundy in color with designs of notches on its end. It has sharp spikes on its sides, which are meant to repress the top half of Orion's face. Hasbro's Phantom, like the other remakes of 4D metal wheels, is one piece and has been hollowed out. While most of the original design is retained, it can no longer split into the metal frame and core and thus cannot change modes. The weight has been reduced by over 10 grams due to the modifications. The stamina of this fusion wheel is still pretty solid thanks to its shape, but overall performance-wise, it's nothing like the original. 145 was once the highest spin track available until the 230 spin track was released with Flame Bixus. 145 can be used in stamina type combinations to great effect due to its tall height, which allows for more wobbling as the Beyblade loses its spin velocity. However, gimmick-paired spin tracks, such as Boost Disc 145, have immensely outclassed their original basic variant. Even in stamina battles, 145 does not offer enough balance. The Eternal Spike tip features a free spinning tip attached to a metal shaft, which is held by the performance tip. The part was one of the most heavily anticipated parts in the MFB lineup when first announced, but S is actually a hugely disappointing part in terms of performance. Firstly, it lacks a metal bearing, which would significantly reduce the friction between the free spinning tip and the rest of the performance tip. All of the best free spinning tips had shielded ball bearings, which allowed unhindered spin. Secondly, Beyblades using S are easily destabilized due to its sharp tip. As all spike tips do, Eternal Spike also has trouble regaining balance, making this a poor choice for stamina. Honestly, this combo doesn't look like it'll do much. This Phantom is all about stamina with zero defensive qualities. Its fusion wheel is super light and its spin track way too tall, so it's probably gonna get wrecked by any kind of hit. But hey, maybe we're being too harsh. It is still a Phantom Orion after all. Let's see how it holds up. Let it rip. A jumping attack from Cosmic hits hard and drains our base stamina big time, leading to a tough loss. This exhausting stamina battle goes to Phantom. Since it didn't take any heavy hits, the S-tip finally got to show what it's made of. Cronus's low hits gave Orion no chance. It got thrown into the wall and spun out its last few rotations there. Against Twisted Tempo, our Bey takes both heavy hits and low shots right under the fusion wheel. There's just no way it can win. Another win to celebrate here. Phantom's height keeps L-Drago from using its spin-stealing gimmick. Unfortunately, everything we predicted came true. Phantom Orion only managed to win the pure stamina battles. Every other match was a total flop. This time the challenge is seriously tough and we'll probably need to pull out some extra tricks if we want to take home all the wins. Either way, let's see if we can dig up something good from this Hasbro disaster. First thing we're doing is swapping out that energy ring with any for D1. The weight boost is massive thanks to the metallic powder inside. This time we've gone with Pegasus ring. For the spin track, we went with the Shield 130. This tweak adds even more weight and slightly lowers the Beyblade to help it tank low hits better. It also doesn't mess too much with the stamina performance of the Eternal Spike. Now here comes the trick. The S-tip tends to lose balance pretty easily, so to help keep Phantom's center of gravity more stable, we decided to throw on a metal face bolt. Besides helping with stability, it also adds a bit more weight to the Bey. This Phantom Orion might not be the strongest Beyblade out there, but I'm pretty sure it can still pull off some solid wins. Let's not waste any more time and let's test it in battle. Let it rip! Despite a couple of brutal hits from Pegasus, the new Phantom holds its ground. We bagged the first win. Taking even more risks than in the last match, Orion manages to outlast Earth Eagle's stamina and snatch the win. This time, low hits aren't an issue. Kronos only manages to throw our Bey off balance toward the very end of the battle. Tempo doesn't really get to show off its full power this time. It lands one big hit, but it's not enough to knock out the Phantom. Now that Orion's lower than before, it ends up falling victim to L-Drago's spin stealing. No way out, he gives up the win. Hasbro, we fixed your mess. In some battles, it was super clear how much the metal face bolt helped the new Phantom stay balanced and steady. Tricks aside, we still managed to turn a total flop of a Beyblade into something that actually pulled off some surprising wins. But there's still one big goal left, taking down L-Drago Destructor. How many tries do you think it'll take? Let's see it! This first battle gave us some hope. It was really close. We can't say the same for the other attempts though. L-Drago totally bullied our Phantom. Our last hope comes in this match, but the spin stealing ruins our glory at the last moment. It's another draw. Alright, after a dozen battles, we can say it loud and clear. Our Orion is probably never gonna beat L-Drago. Still, we're happy with that final draw and honestly proud of the work we've put in. We didn't want to leave this legendary Beyblade without the respect it deserves. Did you guys like our version? Do you think it could take down the real Phantom Orion? Let us know in the comments. Drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. Let it rip!